This is a story that immediately transcends local politics, representing a brazen existential challenge to the authority of the state government and highlighting the unrelenting aggression of terrorist groups in the region, particularly Adamawa State. To appreciate the gravity of this attack, we must look at the confirmed facts from the ground in late 2025. The core of the verified incident is not an attack on the governor's official residence in Yola, but a devastating incursion into Kirchinga community in the Madagali local government area of Adamawa State. Kirchinga is a community of immense symbolic importance. It is the very home village of Governor Amadu Umaru Fintiri. Reports from Monday, December 1st, 2025, confirm that a group identified as terrorists, often associated with remnant Boko Haram or ISWAP factions, operating near the volatile border with Cameroon, stormed the community. Their target was a respected local figure, a former elected representative, Honorable Thlama Sini, a former councillor representing the Kirchinga ward. The terrorists initially seized him along with his two sons during a late-night invasion of his residence. Tragically, sources confirmed that the terrorists later executed the former councillor on the outskirts of the village before fleeing with his two abducted sons, whose fate and whereabouts remain uncertain. This act of cold-blooded murder and abduction in the governor's own home community is a direct, calculated slap in the face to the state's chief executive and the entire security apparatus. The attack comes despite ongoing heightened security concerns in Adamawa State. Throughout 2025, Adamawa has faced a complex security matrix, dealing not only with traditional cattle rustling and communal clashes, but also the continued threat of terror groups due to its proximity to the Sambisa forest and the international border. In November 2025 alone, the state witnessed significant security-related developments. Governor Fintiri was forced to counter a malicious rumor that he had ordered schools to shut down across the state amid rising national insecurity, even though the state had, just days earlier, ordered the deboarding of all public and private boarding schools to prevent a repeat of mass student abductions seen in Kebbi and Niger states. This back and forth illustrates the extreme tension and confusion surrounding public safety. Furthermore, recent displacement tracking tool reports from the period show hundreds of individuals arriving in Adamawa, displaced from their homes, with attacks and the fear of attack being significant triggers for this mass movement, confirming the active threat on the ground. The gist of this latest incident is the powerful symbolic message delivered by the terrorists. By striking in Governor Fintiri's home village and killing a prominent local leader, the group is deliberately eroding the community's trust in the government's ability to protect its own. It is a cynical demonstration of power, intended to sow fear among the governor's political base and to demonstrate that no community, no matter how politically significant, is immune from their reach. For the residents of Kirchinga, who have long struggled with sporadic attacks by terrorists, this is a crushing blow, replacing their fragile sense of security with raw, renewed terror. This is a direct and undeniable call for an immediate, overwhelming operational response from the military and the state-backed security forces. The security agencies are now under immense pressure to launch a swift, targeted offensive to rescue the abducted sons of the councillor and track down the perpetrators, proving that the state's response is decisive and rapid. This attack will certainly push the governor to redouble his efforts on security, potentially leveraging the federal support that was recently demonstrated by the National Security Advisor and other security chiefs meeting with Governor Fintiri in Yola in mid-2025 to enhance intelligence and interagency cooperation. The current situation demands an immediate coordinated military sweep of the Madagali area and the surrounding forest fringes. If you are following this tragic news from Adamawa State and demand justice for the councillor and the immediate rescue of his abducted sons, and you believe the government must take a more aggressive stance against terror in the Northeast, please do take a moment right now to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We are committed to tracking the security response to this brazen act. We want to hear from you. What does this attack on the governor's home village tell you about the current state of security in Adamawa State? And what specific action should Governor Fintiri demand from the federal government to secure his own home community and the wider Madagali area? Share your informed perspective and urgent recommendations in the comments below. Your voice is a critical part of the national conversation on security.